This comp, I swear to you, I've actually played this comp before, and I think it is very solid. They're all going to be orcs. You have triple incapacitate to shut down setups. 85%? 85% is actually bringing a good competition. Not joking.
They have the same transmog and the same mount.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ben, carry me, please.
Yeah, okay, everybody, calm down, okay? All the ports are going to be down. All of these monks are going to be orcs, so it's going to be very difficult for Skill Cat Black to get their setups. If a single one of these monks is not crowd controlled, he can incapacitate Waz and shut down everything. You notice Waz is going to be playing that Outlaw spec, sap over onto Botar. Who are they going to open up on? It looks like Jamie. Potentially, they think Jamie is the weak link on this team, as FedEx is that Windwalker main, but Jamie plays a solid Windwalker as well.
All right, Serenity pop for FedEx. He's trying to get some work done on Raikou as both monks go punching away. Raikou's just tanking it out. Temp Shield should heal him back to full quite easily. We see an offensive touch of Karma from FedEx. They want to get a block with this. Botar sitting through a fear. Now he's out of that. He's got Way of the Crane available. Maybe he's going to toss some punches too. Just 3 monks punching Raikou. That's not going to be a good time. We see Botar caught into the stun. Surprising to not see him Way of the Crane. He's maybe saving it to trade for a cooldown. Now he's just going to portal away, get an enveloping mist, try and top himself off. Raikou's been doing a good job though to deal with this kind of crazy comp from 85% so far.
Yeah, but that's on the backbone of Chaz with the Rapture as well as that Archangel. Once those cooldowns aren't available, the pressure from this triple monk setup will be much higher in terms of openings for Skill Cat Black. FedEx, he doesn't have his trinket, so they could potentially take him down. He doesn't have that touch of Karma as well. Looks like they're going to be making a swap over onto Botar. They really want to force out that Way of the Crane, but Botar's not giving it to him.
I think it's smart. He doesn't see cooldown, so he's going to hold on to it. FedEx getting swapped to that offensive touch of Karma. Could cost him the game. Life Cocoon from Botar. Clutched at the last second, saving FedEx's life. A close call for 85%.
Yeah, that was Icy Veins, Plunder Armor, Adrenaline Rush, everything committed from Skill Cat Black in that situation, and they got the Life Cocoon. Fair trade for 85%. Raikou's going to be using that Temporal Shield on a lot of this incoming burst. Both of these monks are playing Serenity in this situation, so when they have that cooldown up, they're going to be able to do tons of pressure, like sweep into Fists of Fury onto Raikou, and that is the first Ice Block. Good,
all right.
Good, nicely done by 85%. And was also taking a little bit of pressure in this situation. Chaz kind of struggling to heal through this damage so far.
I'm wondering if they've got the same transmog to try and confuse them on their target. It's almost confusing to just keep track of where each monk is. They're all just flipping around and punching people. Raikou's going to be the target for now. He's only got 1 more ice block, and if all 3 monks connect again, that might just be gone in a second. Waz peels away with a well-timed gouge. He jumps over for a swap to Botar, trying to punish that offensive Way of the Crane. Are they going to find a kill off this punish? Waz gets leg swept for half of a second. Botar's trying to squeak away to safety. He got a reset on that enveloping mist with that rising sun kick, but he got sheeped on it. He's going to go full FedEx, get swapped to. He's got touch of Karma. Should be able to quite easily survive. He's just going to hang out behind the pillar. He can also portal and heal himself, and then switch back to Raikou right away. But Botar's got into a fear. He's going to use touch of Karma. It's almost like he's baiting an ice block with this. Like, hey, look at me. I'm really low. I got Karma on you. You want to block it off? And Raikou isn't falling for that bait. They swap over to Jamie. No Karma for 7. He ports away. Gets the heal. Mind Control is being casted. Botar gets stunned. And again, he's not falling for the bait. He's holding on to that Way of the Crane. We see a Serenity pop for FedEx. They're looking for a block, but a DR'd Fist of Fury might cost them that opportunity.
Yeah, Raikou using that Temporal Shield on this incoming Touch of Death. Full blind onto Botar. FedEx could be in some trouble. He trinkets away, ports away to safety. Botar, no follow-up CC for him. Raikou gets incapacitated up. Nice job by Jamie slowing down that follow-up CC. FedEx now trying to get back onto his target. They need to set up their burst just a little bit better. I actually think this double monk setup can make these swaps onto the priest as well if they really want. They can easily get out that paint suppression, get out those trinkets really, really quickly. Just kind of be all over the place. You have a lot of consistent bursts, a lot of consistent stuns. You don't necessarily need to train down Raikou, but they could be playing for the long game. Chaz down to 50% mana. Botar 100% mana, but that might not matter if they can take FedEx down in this situation. FedEx actually getting mind controlled there, though, so maybe a miscommunication, but big burst over onto Botar as he activates his Way of the Crane to keep himself alive.
Yeah, Temporal Shield from Raikou, really well timed. He's kiting away, trying to prevent Botar from attacking him. FedEx is going to go in, lands a leg sweep, incapacitated on Chaz. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough really to get an ice block, but Chaz's mana's not looking too hot. As long as Botar just keeps playing safe, I mean, he's almost full mana, and if Chaz eventually runs out, he's not going to be able to heal anymore. We see defensive polymorphs, they go for another swap on Botar. He managed to pre-wall it, and now they're just going to polymorph him instead, seeing that play, and switch back to Jamie. who has Trinket and Touch of Karma. He should be all right as long as he responds to the damage. Waz is dishing out. Seems like he's going to survive. Botar picks him up really quick. Jamie jumps over. Incapacitate has been landed. I'm wondering if they're going to make any swaps at any point in this game. It doesn't look like it. They're just going to be running Raikou down and trying to make his life as hard as possible.
Yeah, big burst over onto Raikou right now. It's a Serenity coming in from Jamie, as well as FedEx overlapping that. Botar taking a big chunk of damage as well. All three of these monks trying to get that damage out onto Raikou, but no CC onto Chaz. He activates the pain suppression in response. Now a swap over onto Waz with the Fist of Fury stun coming in from FedEx. He should be able to survive. Waz trying to get something going, stunning up over FedEx. Raikou able to cast out some damage. If we look at offensive cooldowns, Waz, he has that big Outlaw Rogue cooldown, the Plunder Armor, almost up in 30 seconds. Raikou still has the Icy Vein, so they do have an opening, but all of these monks have Trinket besides Botar. Botar needs to be very careful with his Way of the Crane. If they can catch him without that, it's big trouble. But Raikou taking some burst. That's the Rapture, the Archangel, as well as the Power Barrier coming in from Chaz. Chaz does not have a single defensive cooldown, and both Serenities are coming up very shortly.
Yep, Serenity's coming up in 20 seconds, which is going to be a big hit. Botar has Way of the Crane as well to pair with that. They should easily get an Ice Block with this, assuming that they set up the paralysis correctly. Nice triple CC for Skillcat Black. That's going to get them a Trinket Touch of Karma. That's a critical move there to get a kill on Jamie later on. Waz has a lot of cooldowns to pop on him as well. As soon as Botar comes out as poly, I want to just see Way of the Crane, run it Raikou. Try to get a block here because everything's available. It looks like they want to try and get there, but they're snared and Raikou is kiting quite effectively. They're just attacking Waz, building up to get to Raikou very shortly. Surprised to not see Botar use the Way of the Crane on that stun. He's trying to get over there. Chaz is almost doomed. 85% are just running the clock. Jamie's the opening target right now, and Botar needs to be ready for it. He's dipping lower and lower. There's the gouge. Triple CC. Jamie's trying to peel him away with a leg sweep and line of sight him. Now he's in line of sight. Raikou portal's back. That portal heal should be enough, I think. Maybe not. Now caught into the stun. Botar's still in a poly. FedEx is trying to go for a solo kill with Touch of Death, but Jamie is dipping low. Way of the Crane gets activated. They need to get a block with this. They might get a kill if Raikou doesn't respond. There's the block. Now with no more ice blocks and almost no more mana, this kind of wacky composition might actually work out for 85%.
Yeah, it could pay off. Waz taking a little damage. There's the Incapacitate onto Chaz. Botar, FedEx, and Jamie all connecting onto their Toga, onto the target. Botar getting swapped up there. He has to, get away, activating the Fortifying Brew. He doesn't really have too much in terms of defensives as well. Raikou needs to be very careful, though. No Ice Block, actually for 6 seconds. So he does have that coming up very shortly. Big damage isn't available for 85% for a little while. They need to get that CC onto Chaz or just, sort of play to his mana bar, and that's what they're doing. They're winning the mana game quite heavily at this point.
All right, Botar's moving in.
Whoa!
Triple monks. Waz goes down. 85% are going to get a win. Game number 1.
Using the max range that he can, he knows that he could get stunned into a gun stun, and he incapacitates the Chaz, and then he pops that Way of the Crane, goes in with his 2 monks.
Never gonna see that monk again.
I think
may as well send him a mail in the through the post office or something, because that'll get there faster than he will to the monk.
I think that it's clear that Skillcat Black probably hasn't had as many war games, as many games on the ladder against this comp as they would like. 85% may have come up with a new special sauce that is throwing people off. 85% leads by 1. Let's see if all these monks can do it again.
Yeah, it's going to be up to 85% like we talked about. Get those incapacitates onto Waz and use that detox to get off all those nasty poisons that Waz has available. Garrote onto Jamie. Jamie incapacitate on Waz immediately. Already not a good opener for Waz. So just running away from this assassination rogue. Raikou uses his temporal shield on this first leg sweep. Not too much damage was committed. I don't like that they burst into the temporal shield. They weren't going to be able to push through it. So wasting Strike of the Windlord a little bit there, but it's okay. Jamie taking some damage, able to port away. Polymorph over on the Botar right now. Jamie's going to be able to kite around, incapacitate, and a Fist of Fury onto Waz. It's going to be up to him to keep himself alive while Botar is CC'd.
Yeah, they're just able to disable Snare and root Waz, and he's even crackling Jade Lightning him, trying to get a Shadow Step knockback, but here comes the burst for Raikou. The double leg sweep lands as well. A well-timed kidney shot at least kept Jamie off of Raikou's back, so he's able to get out of that stun at least alive, but there's just 3 monks punching him in the face. He's trying to blink away, now going for some missiles, snag the polymorph, but FedEx denies the missiles with the paralysis, and 3 on-demand paralyses could basically stop any burst damage at any time, and as long as Botar's mana stays ahead of Chaz, even if we go into the late game, Bodar's team is probably still going to come out ahead. Waz is just having the least amount of fun right now. He's paralysis. Now he's stunned. It looks like Jamie's just punching at him, trying to maybe drain some of Chaz's mana with some split pressure. But they walk into a triple fear. That was clutched by Chaz. Jamie's now on the run. Portal's back behind the pillar. Nice shadow step. He wasn't completely out of line of sight, and that forced a trinket touch of karma. So Jamie could be an opening in the next 13 seconds for Waz.
Yeah, big opening there for Skill Cat Black. Very small victory. Bochar caught into the polymorph. Finally out of that, going to be able to get those heals. There's the touch of death, so big burst going to be thrown out onto Raikou shortly. Nice life grip coming in from Chaz to slow that down, but a Fist of Fury stun onto Waz. Still has the trinket, still has the evasion, going to be fine. That was the Serenity from FedEx. Serenity up for Jamie. It seems like they're trying to stagger that cooldown this game a little bit more, which I kind of like. You know, if Chaz responds with the Rapture on one Serenity, it's going to be able to deal with both, so splitting them up makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I feel like Waz is kind of like a tiger, and Jamie's just poking at him ever so often and annoying him, but at some point, Waz might be able to dig his claws in. Jamie tries to portal away. Chaz was on top of his portal and got a nice shadow step. Jamie doesn't have karma. The T's are sinking in. Jamie could fall, and he does. Skill Cap Black clutch it out as a result of that triple fear earlier.
Take a look at the clip. The Lights Raft gets channeled by Chaz. Jamie ports out to safety. You can see the blind has been thrown out onto Botar on his crane. Waz connects with that Shadow Step Kidney. Raikou manages to follow up that blind with the polymorph. And one quick thing that I want to highlight that Raikou did right there.
Targets a little bit more, and in the long game, you should win.
All tied up, though. The thing is, 85% definitely caught him off guard in the first game. Will they be able to play at the top tier and take down Skill Cap Black, or will Skill Cap Black find out what to do in the face of this comp?
Botar's actually playing Ring of Peace, and on this map, you can lock somebody inside of the room with it. I wonder if they're going to try and like isolate somebody and cut them off with Ring of Peace or something cheeky like that. Maybe it's just defensive. He'll Ring of Peace the rogue off the monk being attacked. We're going to have to wait and see, but that's an interesting choice from Botar.
It absolutely is. It looks like both monks deciding to charge in to get some damage over on Raikou. Nice fear coming in. FedEx actually ports it. So FedEx back right now. He's with Waz, but he actually gets swapped to Botar, taking a whole bunch of damage with that kidney shot. He actually got a pre-fortifying brew off, and there's the portal. Look, completely safe. One global to port. No one can reconnect to him. That's the port positioning we need to see. FedEx and Jamie now trying to put some pressure out, but, you know, FedEx and Jamie both taking some pressure from Raikou and Waz as they use the last little bit of that Icy Veins and the Shadow Blades coming in from Waz.
Yeah, Jamie's trying to connect to Raikou. Temporal Shield is still available. He didn't pre-activate it on that kick, and they're going to go for a Fist of Fear, Touch of Death, Serenity off of that interrupt. Tons of damage, but Raikou blinks away, snags himself a full polymorph, and Jamie pre-Touch of Karma as they swap over to Waz. He had no trinket there. They're trying to catch him off guard, but he's able to survive. Clutch heals from Chaz. He trades out Rapture, which allows him to spam Power Word Shield, basically, and he can top his whole team quite quickly as a result. But getting that out of the way and no pain suppression, maybe they should switch to Chaz.
Yeah, they could definitely take him down. They have so many different stuns. Chaz, of course, should be able to trinket
Look at this Ring of Peace. Waz just wants to go through it. He's like, I can't do it. He's trying to get through the Ring of Peace. I mean, maybe it could be plays better than that, but if they can use Ring of Peace effectively during a stun, it's going to be super effective. Waz is down to half. They're switching a lot of damage to him. Chaz is trying to pick him back up, and I think 85% being more bouncy and just hitting different targets will be better for them overall. Now switching to Raikou, he's low. Power Shield clutch for Chaz, but they stack up for a double leg sweep. That gets Chaz's human trinket as a result. If they can land another stun here in the next 10 seconds, Raikou could be forced into a block.
This is the perfect situation for them to go on Chaz. He has no human racial, no pain suppression, double Serenity coming up, Touch of Death available for FedEx. If they don't go on Chaz here, they don't realize the potential they have to take down the Priest, because it is such a huge opening for these two classes.
Look at Ring of Peace.
A little bit of damage now onto Raikou. Chaz's trinket's going to be coming up in 5 seconds, so that opportunity might be lost. And they're still just, you know, attacking Raikou. Chaz able to free cast. Jamie taking a whole bunch of bursts. He ports away on top of Botar, just trying to line of sight. Uses that fortifying elixir. Doesn't have the karma up for another 5 seconds. And if you can see, there's one key difference in this matchup. Jamie and FedEx are both playing Relentless instead of that trinket.
All right, Waz caught into a leg sweep out of the Fist of Fury. Not really resulting in too much there from Jamie. I guess I was just more defensive focused, buying time for Touch of Karma. Either way, Raikou's been able to hold on to 2 ice blocks. They haven't really been punishing Chaz's cooldown usage by switching to him, and I think 85% could capitalize on the way this game has been played out infinitely better offensively. It seems like they're more focused on just not dying, but if they never get a kill, maybe it gives Skill Cap Black time to find one themselves. Raikou getting interrupted on Polymorph. I'd like to see maybe a touch of death committed on that as he can't kite away, but it doesn't look like they want to just yet. They're trying to line it up. Wisstriker, the Windlord. Botar hiding in the room right now, channeling that Soothing Mist out of line of sight. Great positioning from him. Chaz is trying to move over. Let's see if Botar can lock Waz in the room with Ring of Peace, maybe. He's trying to bait Waz in, but Waz is taking the opportunity to maybe re-stealth behind the pillar. He Ring of Peaced him, but I think he got the re-stealth anyway, and he tried to lock him in, but he got knocked out instead. It was a little bit of a mind game from Botar, but Waz ultimately is not going to care too much about that situation. Raikou just using Cone of Cold, hiding away from the monks. Chaz's mana is getting burned down, and it's basically the only thing that's going in favor for 85% right now.
Yeah, double stun out onto Waz as well as Chaz there by Jamie. FedEx onto Raikou. It seems like they're doing more of a split strategy. They really just want to play that long game, just try to survive the best they can. Botar in a very far away position right now, getting out those heals, and they're trying to play the mana bar. That's really, I mean, it came close to that in game number 1. It's definitely a win condition for 85% at this point. Double Fist of Fury Summon coming in with that Serenity onto Waz as well as Raikou. Waz chasing down Botar, wants to get that damage out, but Botar pre-activates the Fortifying Brew. And one key change in this, or one key difference in this matchup as well, is Botar is not playing the way of the Crane, so he's not going to have that active stun break. They can make those big swaps over onto Botar. He has no trinket available. If they can just dogpile all their cooldowns, which they have available, they can definitely take him down.
All right, they're swapping to Jamie. He's playing Relentless. Will he be able to portal this safety out of the stuns? He's not even opting to do it just yet. He's kind of risking it, not even going for the bonus healing on it. He's going to paralysis Raikou, leg sweep him. FedEx is going to tag off and hit Raikou, and Jamie's going to go stop the drink, I think. That's what's going on here. Chaz is trying to drink in the back line, so Jamie moved and stopped that, and FedEx forced a solo block to try and trade for mana, but these monks are just right on top of him over and over. He's not getting any mana with that ice block. And now Raikou's on hypothermia. Serenity's up. He polymorphs Jamie to try and stay alive. They kidney shot him as well, but this could be a big punch.
Yeah, Raikou could be in some trouble here, but Chaz is going to be healing him up to full with that Archangel empowering his heals. You can see he's just spamming out the Clarity of Wills as well, pre-healing a lot of this incoming Windwalker Monk burst as both FedEx and Jamie reconnect over onto Raikou. Waz needs to find a situation where you can take someone down. Jamie has Touch of Karma, FedEx has Touch of Karma. Botar really is the best target for them to go on if they can get a big setup. Icy Veins going to be available for Raikou, but with how much peels Jamie and FedEx have available, they need these big fears like we just see from Chaz in order for them to get the setups that they need.
I think Botar's playing Surge of Mist, which just means your Enveloping Mist is instant cast and on a little of a short of a cooldown. That spec doesn't do amazing healing deep into Dampening. If Skill Cap Black can get to that point in Dampening, that could be a win condition for them. It's already starting to lack as Jamie's held at about half HP. Kidney Shot, Life Cocoon is forced to be traded out. Chaz is running almost on fumes though. Rapture Powered Shield spam is enough for now, I suppose, but Powered Shield is not free, and he's spamming a lot of them out to keep Raikou alive. Touch of Death, this could be the final push for the last ice block. Raikou tries to kite away. Chaz is still just spamming out as many efficient heals as he can, getting the Clarity of Will stacks up before the burst. Looking for penance now as well, but he's almost tapped on mana. Jamie and FedEx are just trying to run the clock.
That's why I think it's so valuable for these monks to be swapping around. They're just hitting into these huge Clarity of Wills. Now a big swap over onto Jamie. Kidney Shot, Smoke Bomb as well, but he's fine. Orc Relentless paying dividends. Jamie ports to safety, going to be getting that port heal. Still has the Touch of Karma, going to be fine. And that's what makes these setups so difficult. Double Light Sweep coming in from Jamie. FedEx trying to solo Raikou right now as both monks connect to him. Ring of Peace can be thrown up by Botar, stopping Waz from actually getting out those peels. And he's just getting spam rooted, spam disabled by Jamie and FedEx in this matchup. He's just snared, trying to connect to his target.
All right, Jamie caught into a Kidney Shot. Mind Control spam onto the monk. Triple CC for Skill Cap Black. Jamie's going to trade out Touch of Karma, which is fair. It lines up with the blind, but Icy Veins is up. Raikou could swing back here. They need to set it up perfectly. Pre-barrier from Chaz. He sees the damage coming out onto Raikou, and he predicted it. He reduced the damage quite effectively. They're still on the hunt, though. The Temporal Shield from Raikou should deflect the rest of this attack as Chaz is no longer crowd controlled. The only thing that's going to prevent Chaz from healing is Mana Bar. He looks for Light's Wrath, tries to get some free bonus healing from that. Waz is still just getting disable rooted now into the paralysis. He can't support Raikou. Raikou's trying to blink, but he blinked on top of Chaz. That could have been a critical mistake if Chaz didn't reposition away from him right away. He almost stacked up for a double stun. Regardless, it's going to force the second ice block. He's just respecting the Touch touch of death, and the fact that Chaz might not be able to heal it back with the mana that he has. But now he's got no icebox. Chaz has no mana, and 85% are running the clock successfully.
Look at this ring of peace that came in from Botar. Nicely done on that swap onto Jamie. That gives Jamie enough time to survive. He can port away if he needs, but he's opting not to. Mind control coming in from Chaz. He's trying to slow down some of this Windwalker Monk damage. Jamie doesn't really have any defensives, though, for a little while here. Still has that fortifying elixir. Raikou blinks away. Jamie ports as well, trying to reconnect. Light sweep over onto Chaz. But Raikou, he has the Icy Veins. They might be able to pull the trigger and take Jamie down in this situation. Kidney shot on the Botar. Can Skill Cap Black find a way? They land the full polymorph over on the Botar, but it breaks. He ran into the frozen orb. That's going to keep him out of CC, keep his team alive for now.
But Dampening stacks up. Botar's spec doesn't do the highest health per second. That's why
Raikou!
Not happen. Life grip and 2%. Raikou blinks away. The Ring of Peace almost caught him on the blink. Now paralysis as they reconnect. And Strike of the Windlord's gonna KO Raikou.
Rogue and Mage alive for this long, and now here is Raikou falling to that Serenity damage from FedEx as well as Jamie. She had no mana left, and there's a beautiful Ring of Peace as well there between Raikou and Chaz, keeping them.
From the grand final, they are about to take down Skill Cap Black, and they're doing it with triple monk, Sid.
Botar's playing a nice mind game here. He's actually playing Way of the Crane this time, so maybe Skill Cap Black think he isn't because he wasn't last game, and they do that blind setup that Zico was talking about, but he'll have Way of the Crane to get out of it. So I like this mind game that Botar is playing. I would have maybe liked to see the Ring of Peace. It's not the best map for it. He was trying to abuse the rooms. We see a polymorph on Botar. Let's see if they make that swap to him out of a blind. That's going to be key for this Way of the Crane swap up from Botar. They catch another polymorph. They're not going for it just yet. Waz caught in the leg sweep. They're actually going after Waz. He trinkets into a restun. Chaz tries to desperately save him, but that was 2 trinkets for 1. And Waz could be an opening target if they can do that again. Touch of Death wasn't used. They want to line it up with Strike of the Windlord or Serenity, so Waz might have time to buy for it. That was Way of the Crane, so Botar's hand has been shown. Skill Cap Black know he's playing that, so it might be not an opportunity to swap later on.
Yeah, Jamie has his port behind this tomb. I like it. Good position for him, but 85%, they need to realize how much potential they have to take down Waz and Raikou and Chaz. All 3 members are a great target. Jamie trying to reconnect over onto Raikou right now. Waz just all over him at this point. Mind control's coming out as well. Jamie, I feel like he could preemptively run at this point, but opting to just put that Fist of Fury over onto Waz. Revival's going to be used out by Botar as well as they continue to train down this assassination rogue, but Chaz should be able to keep him alive. Arcane power has been committed right now by Raikou. I just want Jamie to get more space from his port. He needs to make it more difficult for these 2 to reconnect to him when he is in trouble.
All right, Mark of Alanith channeled on Jamie, but a double leg sweep from FedEx is going to peel off the burst of Raikou for now, and Botar and Jamie are just punching away at Waz. I think Waz is actually going to maybe be their primary kill target. Keeping up with the Arcane Mage might be a little bit too difficult. FedEx is splitting. Looks like they're going on 2 different targets right now as Chaz is trying to deal with that. Healing 2 targets as a Disc Priest can be a little bit difficult. He might be focusing more on Smite spam or Offensive Penance in this case. He lands a Fear on Botar. Raikou got paralyzed, though. He can't really set up. Waz is caught in a root, and Jamie's literally on the other side of the tombstone. So Skill Cap Black got shut down on that attempt from Chaz to make something happen. Now they're all stacking up on Waz. Leg sweep, 3 monks, 3 punches, flying in. Waz is getting bursted. Evasions, 30%. With that trade, he's gonna be able to dodge all the attacks and easily survive.
Yep, FedEx and Jamie both have their Touch of Death available as well, so another kill opportunity for them. They can incapacitate Waz, put up those Touch of Deaths, get the incapacitate on Chaz. That's going to be a tremendous amount of damage they have to take down this pesky rogue in this situation. Raikou trying to get some pressure for his team, but all 3 of these monks seem to be fine in this situation. Right now, you can see Waz trying to get the kidney shot onto someone, but the incapacitate comes in. Jamie behind the pillar, spamming out those diffusers on himself, detoxing those poisons off, and he's going to be completely fine.
Yeah, and with assassination from Waz, he literally can't attack Botar if Way of the Crane is available because he's going to remove the stun on Vendetta and just run away. So Botar almost isn't even a target, and that means he can play a lot more aggressively. You see him on top of Waz a lot more, and they're trying to push him away. They're trying to bait away the Crane. There's the stun. Way of the Crane immediately out of it. Now he's punching away at Waz. Paralysis to get the feint off. Touch of Death was committed. Waz could be in a ton of trouble if Chaz isn't ready. He paints impressions right away. Chaz saving Waz's life for now. The next setup, though, from FedEx could be deadly.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Arcane missiles coming in from Raikou. He gets interrupted as Botar is kiting away. They want to take down Botar. He doesn't have the Way of the Crane right now. He doesn't have any defensive cooldowns, but what he does have is tremendous mobility. So if he can use that, get away. He has Enveloping Mist up now. He should be completely fine in the situation. Kidney shot now over onto Jamie. Botar resetting that focused manatee or whatever it's called to get the instant enveloping mist over onto Jamie, incapacitate onto Raikou right now. Look at Waz, he has no trinket, he has no evasion. They can get another clean setup with no pain suppression available, they can take him down. The only lifeline they really have, Chaz has the Rapture, he has the trinket, so he should be able to get out of that, maybe even get the life grip onto Waz to keep him alive.
There's another swap on Botar, and even though he dipped low, really low, he Way of the Crane right at the end. They were baiting Way of the Crane, and they ended up getting it because Botar had to do it. Now Vendetta's available, no Way of the Crane is up, so Waz has a kill opportunity. Arcane Power is up as well. Botar is going to be the primary target. Waz has everything to survive. I would love to see Skill Cap Black just go all out, hunt Botar down, and find the kill window, but they commit the kidney shot Vendetta onto Jamie, who has Touch of Karma. He's just going to easily trade that out, and that was such a huge window of opportunity that's now gone.
Yeah, Jamie's still low though. They managed to get through that Touch of Karma. FedEx trying to peel the best he can. Jamie has his port in a good spot, spamming out some infuses. Now finally back on top of Botar, but a nice double fear coming in from Chaz. Jamie could still be in some trouble in this situation, trying to cast out, trying to kite away, but Raikou putting out big damage with the arcane missiles as Jamie gets behind the pillar once again. Waz just cannot connect. FedEx making his life a living nightmare. Triple leg sweep comes in though. Raikou uses the temporal shield as well as the displacement to get away. Very nicely done. And 85% wasn't able to get too much there with that double Serenity.
All right, Jamie's just punching away at Chaz, desperately working down that mana bar and playing it safe. 85% need a first place finish. They want to guarantee their spot at the spring finals, so playing it safe is going to be their obvious strategy. They're just punching at anything that comes close. Paralysis on Chaz, they're going after Waz. He has evasion, he has the cooldowns to survive, he doesn't even need to. Archangel from Chaz and some Shadow Men's should be enough to pick him up. We're moving into Dampening though, and things are going to become rough here. Triple crowd control, Jamie with no defensive cooldowns, lights Wrath from Chaz, he portals away. Waz is trying to reconnect, FedEx is peeling away, paralysis on Raikou, Jamie crosses the map, he's out of line of sight. Perfect kiting there from Jamie.
Yep, much better in this game than the first game. Leg sweep over onto Raikou. You can see FedEx really supporting him as well. FedEx making sure that Waz is into those hamstrings, the disable route coming in, as well as that incapacitate. So Waz just cannot connect to his target. Double Serenity is going to be available very shortly for their team. Jamie taking a whole bunch of bursts there from Raikou as he has to dip out of line of sight once again. And Skill Cap Black is doing an excellent job making sure that 85% is playing exceptionally defensive in this game. Chaz's mana is also good, but Raikou taking a whole bunch of bursts. If they can get this first ice block, that's going to be huge. Both Serenities used once again. Jamie still has the Touch of Death. A lot of damage over on Waz though with an incapacity on the Chaz. Do they have the Fist of Fury stun? They do. Waz gets out of it, uses the evasion, and now Skill Cap Black is running in fumes in terms of defensives.
Yeah, they tried to trade for a drink, but it cost them their entire defensive arsenal. Chaz's mana needs to be enough to carry them, but it might not be enough. There's too much damage. Raikou's at half. Chaz trades out the pain suppression. Jamie goes all in. Offensive Touch of Karma. This all in could just get thwarted away. Raikou times the temporal shield. He can easily heal back to full now. Paralysis on Chaz, maybe not. He gets life gripped. This could be at 85%, could be going to the finals. Raikou desperately trying to kite away, refreshing that mana bar, trying to get some clutch spell steals out. He needs to get the enveloping mist off, as Zico pointed out. He can remove all that bonus healing and also gain the healing for himself. We see FedEx, he's trying to stay on target. Jamie's playing it safe though. He's just kiting away. He does get Shadow Step kidney shot. No Vendetta though. Should be easily deflected by Botar's Way of the Crane, and now Raikou is in trouble, Ven.
Yeah, he absolutely is. Both Serenities coming up for these months. If they can get any CC on Chaz, Raikou now caught into the stun. Both Serenities going to be used very, very shortly. Arcane missiles connecting from Raikou. He's trying to get some counter pressure out. He needs to use that temporal shield as soon as possible, but Jamie forced to play a little bit defensive. Raikou doing a good job kiting in this situation. Jamie trying to get away as he realizes he could be in some trouble. Very close to winning this game, but he doesn't want to throw it. Fortifying Elixir is going to be used by him, but he gets caught into the full kidney shot. He can't get away at this point. Botar not in any CC though, able to get those heals out that he needs.
All right, Vendetta comes up in 1 second. Jamie has nothing for 18. A clean crowd control on Botar with like a polymorph and a stun on Jamie. Closes the game, I think, at this point with Dampening so high. They need to set it up, but they're running on the clock. Double paralysis. 3-on-1 on Raikou. Chaz desperately gets the double fear squeaked in. Will it be enough? The double fear is enough to keep Raikou alive, but they had to put Jamie on stun DR, which means the Vendetta attempt is going to be delayed, and now Touch of Karma is available, and Botar's team is in a safe position. Will Raikou be able to hold on long enough for another window of opportunity?
Yeah, but 85% knows. You can tell Botar just screaming at Jamie. Line of sight, survive until that touch of karma. That's what's going to be so important. And the good thing about this touch of karma is he has a safe one. Raikou cannot get it off with that ice block, so they can commit it offensively. Here's the touch of death. Incapacitate on Chaz as well as Raikou. Big burst coming in, but Chaz managed to deflect it with that Archangel. Big heals coming in. Waz still has that Vendetta just sitting on it. His best opportunity to take someone down. Well, there isn't that many great opportunities. Leg sweep onto Waz. Good burst coming in from Jamie as well as FedEx, but Chaz just free casting at this point. Now the full blind onto Botar. They're going to set up out of that. Way the crane might fade in this situation. Jamie commits his touch of karma.
That's it.
It's sad.
That has
leg
to be
sweep
it.
on Raikou. He manages to blink away. A lot of damage incoming from both of these monks. Displaces back to Chaz. Blinks away once again, utilizing all of that arcane mage mobility. But guess what? Monks have mobility too. Raikou manages to get away, barely keeping himself alive.
Oh my gosh, at this point, Raikou is a legend to stay alive into this. Chaz is doing everything he can, but he's starting to run on the clock. That drink is starting to run out. His mana is going to be tapped shortly. Jamie pre-walls the Mark of Alunith. That's going to reduce the pressure. He's line of sighting Raikou with this tombstone. The positioning is good. Botar's moving in. Way of the crane is up. He pre-temporal shields, but the paralysis, are they going to race it? They're trying to. I don't think they have the damage to do it. Another perfectly timed temporal tops Raikou off. He's keeping himself going. Waz is low as well now. They break the polymorph, unfortunately, there. A pre-life cocoon, though, from Botar. He's trying to read the setup. They're just trying to stay aggressive. They know this is the final push. Raikou's dipping low. Can Chaz keep this going any longer?
Leg sweep on the Raikou and Waz. Chaz now caught into the incapacitate. He manages to get the pain suppression off, but Jamie's in so much trouble. Kidney shot onto him. Does Waz have enough damage? Jamie ports out of line of sight. Detoxes himself. Look at Botar in position. Big Shenlong's gift. Topping off Jamie immediately, and now 85% can get aggressive once again. Double Serenity is going to be available, but luckily for Raikou, Ice Walk has just come off cooldown.
They have done it. They've survived long enough. Now all they need is damage. Botar is struggling to pick himself back up. Can Raikou just get the damage out? They swapped to Waz. Trinket was 1 second away. He barely survived that as a result. He's going to stay alive. They switch back to Raikou. He's trying to get some counter pressure on Botar. Ice block available. Trades that out almost instantly now. He's going to hang out in that ice block. Chaz has almost 0 mana. He has to top off 2 players. Does Chaz have the gall to keep this game going is the question. Double leg sweep. Paralysis to catch up onto Raikou. And this clean setup should close the match. 85% are going to the finals. And
what else happens? You can see FedEx is going to connect. He's going to stop that sheep with that paralysis on the blink. Jamie's going to get a beautiful double leg sweep, and then Botar and FedEx are going to be sealing the deal.
Definitely heating up, and we can see 85% going to be sitting there in the upper portion of the bracket. They are just waiting for the results of this lower bracket match, which will be Skill Cap Black versus XRB to the moon. 2 of the top dogs. We pretty much knew that these were going to be 2 teams that we saw go to this LAN. And an important thing to note right now, I believe that both of these teams